saw after that first quarter? What you're saying, you talked about that team went to another level. What kept you guys from getting there as well?
I think in the first quarter they kind of let us play our game a little bit. Then they just turned it up and they were way more aggressive, physical, and we were just not there. So we kind of collapsed starting from that quarter. We were just not able to recover from that.
What do you think about Serena tonight, the way that she kind of played through pain and it gave you guys 20 minutes?
I mean, they all like entails people playing through being sick or injured, and she gave us that, like, you know, that's what you work for all year. I'm just like kind of frustrated and sad that we couldn't get more for that sacrifice almost.
Emma, why did you think it was so hard to get more from that sacrifice?
I don't know, honestly. Apart from being not physical enough, not being, I don't know, like playing with our rhythm. They just kind of got us out of it, and we just did not find a solution. We could talk about it or not, but on the court it was just not good enough.
Was it just that they increased the physicality, or was there something schematic that happened that they did?
Also to that, I have no answer.
Sure.
It's probably more. It's not just that. But as they kept going, we had turnovers. It was just like, you know, we kept rolling in a bad direction, and we were just not able to stop that momentum. You know, we tried at times, but it was just not good enough.
Emma, what were the things that Stewie couldn't do that she normally can do out on the court, just possession by possession? What were you seeing that was different about her from like a typical Brianna Stewart performance?
I would say after seeing her injury or the reaction after the first game, I still think she looked pretty good out there. Maybe it was just, you know, testing the knee out a little bit, and you know, athletes play through the pain, but at some point it gets in your head maybe. I don't know, I haven't talked to her about it too much because we don't want to pay too much attention to it. We want to focus on, you know, giving the confidence and do whatever we can do. So hopefully tomorrow she can get some more treatment on the flight. I don't know how that works, but we'll see how it goes.
And as someone who's had her share of recent elimination games, how can you lean on this experience and give a strong message to the team as it goes into a match on Friday?
I think we almost all have those experiences. It's just a feeling that you don't want to have. It's mostly about having no regret, and I think after this game we do have a regret of the way we came out. So we just have to remember that feeling and use that as a motivation too. Like, you know, you don't want to feel this way. Like, you want to feel like you gave everything on the court, physically, mentally, in terms of confidence to each other. So I think, like, now it's literally win or go home. So you want to give everything you have.
What would you say is the biggest regret this team has after a game like that?
Like today, just those 3 quarters. Not being on the appointment. It's a playoff game, so I think it's inexcusable of us to play like this.
Emma, a loss that this big like that can be kind of, it can hurt. It can be a little demoralizing, I guess. What was said, and you said what in the locker room after the game?
A little disappointment, obviously. You don't want to play like this. Maybe a little quiet, but at the same time, like, we know that we cannot dwell on this, and we have to be ready for the next game. We've proven that we can do it over there. Now it's 1-1, so it's for both teams. You know, we have to be there. So I think that time in the locker room was kind of being used to, you know, turn that switch to the side of being ready for the next game.
Sorry. Hey Emma, how you doing? Often on closeout games, it's often less about X's and O's and more about who wants it more. In your opinion, what do you think this team is going to have to do? Like, what are they going to have to show that they want it, that you guys want it more to get this win on Friday?
Just be aggressive. You know, get more to the rim, attack more. Not like if they come out and attack us in defense and offense, take a step back, but, you know, be ready for that. Take it. And also, like, we have to be aggressive on defense and rebounds. I think did okay in the rebound, but it was just in those stretches that it was just one after the other. We'll make shots. I have confidence in that. Like I think that was kind of almost the worst game we've had, but we'll make shots. We have to have confidence and give confidence to each other for that. It's just attack.
A few more.
You're talking about aggressiveness. It did seem like there was some passivity along the perimeter when you guys were swinging the ball back and forth, even when you had them in rotation. Do you think that you guys just needed to be aggressive in that sense, or is it more of downhill trying to get to the rim?
That's true. I think in the past few weeks it was like that too. We're just waiting for that one moment or the one player to actually attack or play that one play. I do believe that we can do that more because we know that playing inside out is a good thing for our team. But we just have to do it. It's easier said than done, I think, especially against this team that's very aggressive. But again, we always come back to the same thing. We just have to be there on the court.
I spoke to Maureen pregame, and she spoke a lot about Stewie's leadership and how she is such an excellent leader for this team. I guess you mentioned the locker room, how it was very quiet. What did Stewie say?
She still has a fire, it was very short in the locker room, but the only things that were said was just we have to be ready and we'll go there, play like we know how we can play. So that was basically it. Like it's just a moment that everybody took those words and we have to believe it, have that confidence.
Do you think there's something different about the way Phoenix is showing help in the gaps, like on drives and shrinking the floor, different than what you normally see from help defenders?
I wouldn't say it's very different from that regular season game I played against them. It was kind of the same thing. They really play a good defense. You can see they're on the same page and a lot of communication. They know what to stop. So we just have to find solutions. I think basketball is a game of a lot of adjustments, reads, and IQ. So we have to be able to not just space it out because we're scared of that congestion, but we have to pull them in and try to find the open man.